Hey guys, it's Ep20 and welcome back to episode 20 of my Dortmund career mode. Now, today's episode we're going to be finishing off the summer transfer window, also cracking on with the new season as well properly now. So we're playing our first couple of league games as well this season, so looking forward to trying to do that. And yeah, as you can see, the games that we have coming up once we get past the summer window. First game against Mainz, which we're going to be playing, that's a home match for us. A couple of weeks later, then a game against Union Berlin, is that? I've literally no idea, never heard of them before. And then we've got Basel, of course, in the Champions League group stage as well. So we'll see how we get on, hopefully try and get to that third game in today's episode as well. Before we get into things though, you might have noticed yesterday I started my Liverpool career mode, which I'm going to be doing alongside this career mode. So I'll have these two career modes going on now on the channel. And don't forget, you can go check that out. Click the link in the top right hand corner to go check it out if you haven't already. Would really recommend watching it, really looking forward to that series as well. But before we start this episode, I'd appreciate you going ahead and clicking that like button. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't already, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, and that'd be absolutely great. Let's crack on with things, and let's sit in the final few hours of this transfer window. Not anticipating any more signings, to be honest. Maybe a couple of players leaving, or wait and see. Only the players that have been listed that we have left. We've got £33 million to spend if we want to. We're going to save it for January though, because I don't think there's actually any players I'm interested in right now. And if you end up just buying players for the sake of it, then that's probably when you end up buying bad signings. And I don't really want to do that, so we'll save that money for January if we need it. Hopefully we don't, but you never know, we might be in a bit of a crisis. So we've got a deal fall through here for Sada, is that how you pronounce his name? The striker, the tall striker that we had, that basically I was trying to get rid of, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, unfortunately. So that deal breaks down. That means he, for now, he's going to be staying at the club, unless there's more bids going in. Transfer offer in here for PULISIC from Man United with 4 hours left is £40.1 million. No interest in getting rid of him. Similar sort of bid, in fact the same bid from Arsenal that we had earlier on in the window. Both have been rejected. And that will be it for transfer deadline day. No players leaving or no players being signed, of course, during those 9 hours that we sim past in today's episode. Let's crack on with the game against Mainz. I was tempted to sim it, but I don't really like simming games at all, but especially not the first league game of the season, so we are going to play it. This is a team going to go with a little bit changed again, still trying a couple of things out, so there has been a bit of a switch up front, but I'll show you the defence first of all. Berkey starts in goal. Then we've got our new signing Alvaro starting at right back, I think for the first time here as well. Socrates, Devin and Guerrero also in defence, with Dahoud, Fekir and Weigl in midfield. Pulisic, Bailey and Royce starting up front. New position for him, he can play it up front, so we're going to give it a go. Batshuayi, Rodrigo and Zlatan, 3 strikers all on the bench. This is not meaning that this is my start 11 forever, this is just something I'm trying in order to get the best out of Royce. Let's see what happens, let's try and beat Mainz, try and get ourselves 3 points to kick off the new campaign. Okay, then here we go for this game against Mainz. Let's try and win this match, see how we get on. Hopefully we've got enough quality in this team to be able to beat them. And also Royce up front, let's give that a go, see how we get on with that. A debut, of course, for our new right back as well, so lots of new things to try out in this first league game of the season. I'm just hoping that we come away with a victory. Pulisic on the right-hand side, making a run. Now going to look for a cross into the middle. Maybe Royce is in there. There's a couple of other players. Royce gets in there, throws himself at it, and he scored after just 3 or 4 minutes. Royce gets a headed goal into the back of the net, and it's a really, really good header as well from him. Fantastic delivery from Pulisic. He gets in there, throws himself at it, and beats everyone to it. What a start to this game. 1-0 already. Really, really good start. Couldn't really ask for much more as a way to begin this season. Look at this from Pulisic. Totally unchallenged really for most of that run, and then Royce just manages to beat Bailey to it by throwing himself at it. Look at that, both of them going for it. Royce comes out on top, 1-0. What a start. Dahoud running forward, going to shoot. Oh, just drags that one wide. Goalkeeper had to go for it though. He panicked for a second. It was nearly a second goal for us very early on. Royce now going for that pass into Pulisic, he's through, and he scores 2-0 with double our lead. He pulled them apart there, and 22 minutes in, Pulisic adds to the scoreline once again. Royce is involved here, and seems to be doing a really good job playing up front for us in this match. Gets himself an assist this time round, and we've doubled our lead, and we're on for a victory already. We're only 22 minutes in, really good start. Look at this, Alvaro getting involved here. Look at that pass into Royce. Nice little simple passing, but that run there from Pulisic is absolutely fantastic. Inside of the fullback, and allows loads of space to be opened up for him to shoot there as well. 2-0, and we are in front by a couple of goals. That's it for the first time, still win the game 2-0. Obviously great to be in front by a couple of goals here against Mainz. Very impressed so far by our performance, controlled the match. Mainz have come forward once or twice and have had a couple of shots which maybe could have threatened a bit more, but they just don't really have the finishers up front. But other than that, I'm not really too worried by what they have. They could maybe nick a goal, but I don't see them challenging us too much. But to make sure, we need to get a third goal. Royce into Dahoud. Dahoud now back to Royce, looking to try and turn around the defenders. He's going to shoot off the post, and Bailey's trying to follow up, but cleared away. So close to finding a third goal, just inside 10 minutes of the second half here. Now it's going to be Fekir to deliver, try and hit the front post. It's more like the penalty spot. Royce is there, and Again, heads it, but this time it's over the bar. Really good connection, but didn't quite have the direction this time. That's really good. Fekir's through. Oh, he's dragged that. Should do so much better, but it is on his weaker side. Royce has done a really good job to try and assist him there, but unfortunately the shot isn't quite there for us this time round. Could have been 3-0, probably should have been as well. Zlatan's overall starting to fall now by the looks of it. Just noticed as I was about to make some changes here. He's gone down to 84. It was 85 when he first joined us. So that's not a good sign, but expected obviously he's 36. And also, I did say this probably is going to be the only season he's here. But looking at some changes now, we are going to bring on Rodrigo and Batshuayi. We'll take off Fekir and Pulisic. That means Bailey's going to go play at a centre attacking mid position for us now. We'll see how he gets on there. Hopefully try and get a couple more goals from that. Royce will go to the right hand side this time now as well. And we do still have a third change if we want to make it. It could well be a midfielder, but I think for now we'll keep things the same and we'll only make it if we need to. Look for the ball through to Batshuayi. It's a chance. On his left foot, he scored 3-0. We've had another to the scoreline. It's on his weaker foot as well. Really good bit of play. Batshuayi had a great finish on top of that as well. And he's just found the top left-hand corner really, really easily on his weaker side. Very impressive stuff. The ball just gets slipped through there to him. And as you can see, quite a comfortable finish for him in the end. Or at least he makes it look like that anyway. Just inside the box. Lifts it over the keeper. 3-0. Bailey, ball through to Batshuayi, takes a touch, shoots, scores. It's a fourth, virtually straight from kick-off. 4 minutes later, we've won back the ball from them, ran the way through, and Batshuayi just stormed through there. You can just see that run that he makes from deep. He just charges through that defence, gets past the ball, and smashes it home. 4-0 now, tearing them apart later on in this game. Look at this from Bailey, just holds it up for him, waits for the right moment, smashes it in the back of the net, 4-0. Batshuayi's come on and in about 10-15 minutes, scored 2 goals. Good chance here for Mainz to pull back. Oh, that's undeserved, is that? Maybe the first shot on target, certainly one of... Oh no, it's not even counted. Wow, being let off the hook there. Thought it'd gone in and thought it had counted, but clearly not. It's offside in the end. Would have been very undeserved though. We have controlled this match from start to finish, so I don't really think that would have been particularly justified. Offside, surely. Has to be offside that time. Saved by the keeper. Again goes in the back of the net. Again called offside. They've had a couple of chances, literally in the last couple of minutes of this game. Other than that, they've not done that much. Batshuayi chipping over to Royce. That's a great run from Royce. Has to pick out Bailey now in the middle. He will. Bailey on the volley. Really good connection, but saved by the goalkeeper. Batshuayi maybe should have followed up a little bit better, but couldn't get there. And that's it. 4-0 it finishes. What a result for us. 2 goals from Batshuayi as well, since coming off the bench. Very, very impressed by that. The complete performance really from us. Batshuayi topping us off there late on as well. So yeah, very, very impressed. Could have had maybe a hat-trick for Batshuayi possibly. And that kind of shows how many chances we created even up to the last few minutes of the game. So yeah, can't believe how well we've done our first league game of the season. It's one of those matches that we're expected to win. So we will obviously be more challenged as the season goes on. I think even the next league game we're expected to win that. I think it's a newly promoted team. So there's a couple of easier matches to kick things off with. Then we've also got the Champions League group stage as well to play in. That's probably where things are going to get a little bit more tricky. Another bid in here for Gianni, obviously one of the players that we tried to get rid of before and things broke down or whatever, so we'll just accept that and wait and see what comes of it. Possibly nothing, to be honest, but if he does leave, it'll still be in January, so there's plenty of time before then. Another bid in, this time for Yarmolenko, finally a team coming in. It's a rival team, Borussia Mönchengladbach, £22.5 million. And I think I'd want to have more than that, so we're going to try and negotiate maybe 26 or 27. At the least, probably 25. Let's go 27 and see what they say to that. Hopefully something can be agreed. 22.5 and a sell-on clause. Don't really care about a sell-on clause, to be honest. 26.5. Okay, 24.1. 26. Come on, that's more like it now, surely. No, they don't want to go £1.9 million more. Wow, okay. Bye. Okay, so I'm just about to promote this guy who's been complaining about not being promoted. We're just about to promote him into the senior team now. He looks pretty good, to be honest, for his age. 17 years old. Great strength in him already, as well as other physical attributes as well. So 6'2", left-footed, 17 years old, 60 overall, potential between 82 and 88. So promoting him to the senior team looks like a good option for us for the future. How much of a game he'll get, I'm not convinced. He'll get loads, but he is in the squad nevertheless. More play drills this week, and it sees our young goalkeeper go up to 78 overall. Really starting to compete with Casillas, who's obviously 80 overall and probably going to start going down overall even further very, very shortly. So those guys are going to be competing really for that second jersey, obviously as our goalkeeper. And so yeah, we're going to wait and see what comes of that. Hopefully we can have the younger guy playing as our second choice goalkeeper. Then we don't even have to have Casillas at the club anymore. He was only here for a short-term deal anyway, really. Player injured, Pulisic out for 3 days, bruised tailbone. Strange one. And also Gianni's transfer talks are broken down again. That's not good. Okay, so it's this game now against Union Berlin. I'm assuming they're a newly promoted team, never heard of them before. I actually underestimated them a little bit because they won their first game at home, which is where they're going to be playing here, and that's against Bayer Leverkusen. They won it 2-1, so this could be an interesting game potentially. Berkey starting goal for this match, exact same back four. Then we've got Aussie Cup coming into our midfield alongside Weigl and Fekir. Royce on the right hand side this time, Bailey on the left with Batshuayi up front, and that's all because we've had to drop Pulisic out of the team, obviously recovering slightly still from that injury. And that means Sancho gets onto the bench, finally happy to have him on the bench now, and hopefully gets a bit of game time in this match as well, and then the usual bench on there with Dahoud as well. So we'll go with that, see how we get on, try and make it 6 points from a possible 6 so far, and let's see how we get on. Okay, then here we go for this game against Union Berlin. Not obviously massively familiar with them. I'm assuming they're from the second division. They got promoted last season, but there you go. We do have them to play in this match. I guess we'll wait and see what comes of it. I'm hopefully going to get ourselves a victory, but I'm not so convinced that it's going to be as easy as I expected. Hopefully it is. Into Batshuayi here, not really had the touch of the ball so far. We're through, and we've hit the side netting with Fekir. Should do better. My finger actually slipped off the trigger there. I was supposed to go across the goalkeeper rather than the front post, and unfortunately it's a pretty poor shot in the end. Got Batshuayi into Fekir. Oh no, it's Aussie Cup in fact who made his way through. The goalkeeper comes out and smothers it. Again, really should have scored that. Batshuayi over to Bailey on the volley. Oh, wide. How are we not winning this game? At least 1 or 2-0 now. Crazy stuff. 20 minutes in, still remains 0-0. Bailey, I think, should hit the target. Good chance on the counter-attack here for Union of Berlin, and all off at the post. Wow, that was very close. Had to be cleared away. They're by far the best chance of the game so far, and if they'd scored, it would have been very much against the run of play as well, because we've had a lot of good chances that we haven't yet taken. Still remains 0-0, but a very competitive game. Batshuayi over to Bailey, coming inside here. Now onto Batshuayi again. Still going here, Aussie Cup over to Weigl, not known for his shooting, but he'll give it a go, and he scores. Maybe he will become known for his shooting, because that's a great strike into the top left-hand corner. Weigl's done it, and he's put us 1-0 finally in this game. We've eventually taken the lead here. It's fully deserved as well, for the way they've started this game off, but you can see just a gap opens up there for him to shoot in, and he smashes it home into the top left-hand corner, just like it's nothing there. Really good finish from the holder midfielder, who's been doing a great job over the last couple of episodes, winning back the ball constantly, and if he can continue to do that and add goals to his game as well, that'll be even better for us, because that is an absolutely brilliant strike from him, and gets what I assume is his first goal of the season. And that's it for the first half. Still winning the game 1-0. I think arguably should be further in front than we were in the last game, but we only find ourselves 1-0 up at the moment. Hopefully, though, we can add to the scoreline in the second half, as inevitably they're going to have to come out of their shell a little bit more, which they have done at times, but just nowhere near to the same scale as us, obviously. We've got more quality than them, just haven't quite shown it in our finish at the moment. Something we need to improve on going into the final 45 minutes. Okay, over to Batshuayi, charging forward, still looking for Bailey. What a pass that is onto Bailey, has to be a second. It's a great angle for him to shoot and score, and he has. We've started off the second half really well. 5 minutes in, Bailey scores, and we've doubled our lead. It's deserved as well. We should have done it in the first half, and eventually we've done it now anyway, even if it is a little bit later. But it's a great pass there, I think from Batshuayi it was, who just cuts inside the centre-back and the full-back. It's that sort of pass that can really kill a team, and it has done exactly that, really, through to Bailey like that, and it's obviously always going to score that, or at least you'd expect him to anyway. Really good finish, past the keeper, 2-0. Socrates venturing forward here with the ball, completely unchallenged at the moment. Still going, waiting for Bailey to make the better run. He's going for a cross into the middle for Fekir, but punched away by the keeper. Really good run from the centre-back there, and just no one came towards him. All 3 changes now, 10 minutes to go. Zlatan, Rodrigo and Sancho all going to come on. We're going to take off Royce, Fekir and Batshuayi, give those guys a rest. Another game obviously coming up shortly in the Champions League group stages, so got to think about that match as well. We'll go with that. Leon Bailey on the right-hand side now. Rodrigo going to play as a centre attacking mid, so a few tweaks, but overall hopefully trying to improve our team going into the final 10 minutes or so. Still looking for a third goal. Hopefully we can get it. Sancho wins it back pretty easily there, off the fullback, still going here, driving forward with the ball. Good luck for that pass now into Bailey. Can he score? Oh, should score as well. It's really well played there from Sancho. Great desiring, great pass through to Bailey, who was obviously clean through there, just couldn't get the finish right. Tried to finesse it, but clearly didn't work. Zlatan takes a touch, gets in front of his man. Zlatan, oh, should score. Saved by the keeper. I expected a bit more power there from Zlatan, but we did just manage to win it back off them, as we have done again. Still go with it here. Rodrigo going to play it backwards into Aussie Cup. Zlatan tried to keep hold of it and eventually cleared. That's it, got ourselves a 2-0 victory there against Union Berlin. Obviously very impressed by the results. Another 3 points, another clean sheet as well, which is also important. And some really good performances amongst the team there. So, yeah, very impressed once again. We performed really well. Maybe should have got a few more goals, but I think that's down to my finishing. A few times didn't obviously quite do what I was intending to do. But a couple of players were obviously shooting off target a few times as well. Bailey missed a few, which are good chances. But yeah, still managed to get ourselves 2 goals, won the match, and 7 shots, 4 on target in total. Could really have had a few more, but pretty impressed overall. Some more play drills this week, and it sees Zagadou go once again. That's 74 overall now. He went to the last episode, I think, as well. So he is having some really good growth at the moment with those player drills that we're doing. And hopefully that continues for the next weeks and months as well. Game against Basel coming up now in a couple of days' time. Not much rest for the players. That's going to be tricky, but will mean that we will be allowed to therefore rotate the team a little bit. And that'll bring in some different sort of players into the squad, I'm sure. You can see the group that we have there. Man United in there, Marseille and Basel. So 3 decent teams. Particularly Man United, obviously, who are going to be one of the teams challenging for that top spot. Hopefully we can beat them. But let's focus on this next game now. Check the scout reports. Who's this guy? Midfielder. Clearly someone I was looking at some stage. Does look pretty good, to be fair. We'll continue to monitor him. Okay, let's crack on with this game against Basel to finish off today's episode. This is the team going to go with. Obviously, our young goalkeeper starting in net there. Got Toljan, Socrates, Sané and Lato in defence. Cruzans, Dendoka and Aussie Cup in midfield. Pulisic, Rodrigo and Sancho as our front 3. Loads of changes. Same with the bench as well, but we do have quite a strong bench, as you'd expect. Let's crack on with this game. Okay, there we go for this game against Basel. Let's see how we get on. Try and get our Champions League campaign off to a good start with a victory here. Try and get ourselves 3 points as well. We obviously want to try and top the group if we can. And so let's wait and see. Change team, so a lot of new players to try out here. New combinations of players though in particular. So looking forward to that, seeing how we get on with those. Similar types of players being played. Dendoka's obviously being played as a similar sort of player to Weigl. And so we have just got similar players, but maybe of differing qualities in game. We'll wait and see though. Good chance for them again. What a challenge that is. I think Socrates has come over to cover Sané there and has done a really good job. Cruzan's going to deliver this corner. What a ball in that is as well. If only we had someone better in the air. Sancho follows up with the left-footed strike, which is saved by the keeper and has to be cleared. He's taking his time out of it. Oh, what a challenge. Love those challenges. And I'll get himself a booking as well. But I mean, well worth it. Oh no, no booking. Even better. What a ball in. Oh, well played, Lato. Even if it is a pass back, we'll take it. Because that was very close to the opposition scoring at the back post. Really good delivery in. Just about dealt with it though. And now a chance to counter-attack through Pulisic. Can he pick out anybody? Chance for Sancho to bring this down and shoot. Go on. Oh, saved. Sancho's looked pretty good though so far. Dendoka turning really well. Still going. He's not known for his finishing either. Oh, he nearly did the same as Weigl though. I think it's wide at the end. I couldn't quite tell how far wide, but he seemed to get the height right. You can just see steers it away slightly. Half time, still drawing the game 0-0. Haven't found a breakthrough goal just yet, but quite a balanced game. We've probably, I'd say, had similar sort of chances, to be honest. I can't really say which team I'd back at the moment. I'm not really too sure who's going to go away with the victory here. If anybody, might even finish a draw. So, yeah, really difficult one to know what's going to happen. We're going to have to obviously try and introduce a bit more quality onto the pitch from the bench, which has clearly been the issue really in the first half for us. But I still think we've got more quality than the opposition, so I don't know why we haven't managed to show it as often as we should. Gets the ball. Yes, well played, ref. Cruzan's going to deliver. Good ball in. Again, Pulisic can't do anything with it. Dendoka tries to chest down and shoot. Wow. Beaten away by the keeper. That certainly challenged him more than I was expecting. So far we've had 7 or 8 shots and Basel have had 0. Felt like we've actually had a few chances. Maybe not, but they bring the ball forward here. Could this be their first shot? We'll head it back to the keeper. Okay, all 3 changes. Fekir, Batshuayi and Bailey all going to come on. We're going to take off Cruzans, Rodrigo and Pulisic. Just because I can't afford to drop any points, really. I want to try and get a win here. There's 30 minutes to go, and we are going to go with that. Sancho's going to swap over to the right-hand side. Hopefully, that's going to be okay for us there. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. He has been playing really well, so maybe we can get some crosses in for Batshuayi. But yeah, got to try and impact the game now, so I'm bringing on 3 big names. Oh, that's a bad challenge. Might even be a red. That's not good. Unintentional, obviously. Just changed his body position at the last second. We've got away with that because it's only a yellow card. Right through the back of him. Very, very bad challenge. I think the referee's just seen that, again, the play's been pretty clever to protect the ball, and that's the reason why it's ended up like that. Bailey getting hold of the ball now, waiting for some space to open up. He's still going. Chance to shoot. That's absolutely dreadful. It's wild. It really is. Should do better there. Batshuayi over to Sancho, great run. Sancho needs some support now. Someone has to drop back and not like that. What's going on? All over the place. Batshuayi runs through and scores out of nowhere. It's a really, really scruffy goal, but we've scored anyway. 5 minutes left. Batshuayi puts us in front, and it's fully deserved for being the only team that's gone forward. The only team, I think, to have a shot still. And we're 85 minutes in, and we've finally opened the lead. Oh, wow. Really, really good finish actually in the end. Just bobbles for him nicely and he smashes it home off the post. And then 1-0, 85 minutes in, Batshuayi scores what should be the winner, but there's still 4 minutes to go. That's it, a 1-0 victory gets us 3 points there in the Champions League. Very happy with obviously managing to do that. It was deserved though, we should have really scored more goals again in this match, but hasn't happened that way. We have managed to still win the game, which is the most important thing. As long as you can do that when you don't necessarily play your best, then that is the most important thing always, is to win. And we have managed to do that. 3 points, beat a Basel there away as well, so a good result on that side of things. As you can see by the stats, they had 0 shots. It felt like they came forward and actually had a few chances, but clearly they didn't, according to the stats at least. Anyway, we had 9 shots, only 2 on target. Clearly not good enough from that side of things. We did get quite near the box and we sort of passed it around, but then things broke down pretty quickly, and then some of the shots were just from too far away and they were too wild, and then that meant that obviously just not many of them were on target. Luckily though, 2 of those shots were on target, and one of them ended up being the goal that won the game. So happy with that. Gets us 3 points, gets us 3 victories in today's episode as well. And that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHD and on Instagram at GameFaceHD as well. Links to all that in the description below, and thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.